Hi, my name is Autumn Estes. I'm an elite green status presenter with Unique, and I am going to be covering follow-up. You may have heard the phrase, the fortune is in the follow-up, and I completely agree with that phrase. I find that it's very true, especially in my instance, and it's a very important part of selling that I think a lot of people neglect. So I'm just going to go over a few things that important with follow-up and a few things that I do to keep track of it. So the number one thing that you're going to want to do every time that you get an order is you're going to want to thank your customers. You can do that by an IM, you can do that with an email, you can do it with a text. One thing I do not recommend, and I don't do it, is sometimes you'll see people post on their Facebook wall, thank you for your order, blah, blah, blah. And the reason I don't do that is that sometimes women buy products that their husbands or their spouse or significant other are not aware of, and they might not know what they're spending money on. So that's kind of calling them out in public. So I try not to do that. If you are going to do that, I do recommend that you ask that person before you post that, just to make sure that there's nobody that shouldn't know what they're buying. The second thing that you're going to want to do is you need to check in with your customer about a week to a week and a half after they have placed their order. I am in my back office a lot, and one of the things that I check is when an order has shipped so that I can let the customer know that it's on its way, and when it was delivered. So I'm going to check about 2 to 3 days after the item has been delivered to see if they have used the product, if they're having issues with the product, if they have questions on how to use the product. So at that time, I can send them over tutorials. We can troubleshoot, and we can talk about application, things like that. If it's a color match and they don't like the shade or it doesn't match, that time you can get it exchanged. Because the thing is that you will have a few customers that are going to contact you immediately and tell you that they don't like it or something isn't working, and you can take care of it. There are going to be a lot of your customers who are not going to tell you that they didn't like the product or that they don't know how to use it, and you don't want to wait 2 months and check on somebody to find out that their foundation is still sitting on the counter unused because it wasn't the right color. So you want to immediately find out how that product is working for them. It's also going to show them that you care about them and they're not just a sale. So because part of follow-up and business in general is about building a relationship, and it's about good customer service. So if people feel like you just wanted their money or you wanted their sale and you didn't really follow up and you don't really care how it worked for them, they're not going to come back to you. They'll find another rep that's going to treat them good. So that follow-up is a very important part of a sale and building a business. One thing that I will do if I usually have a ton of half-priced items. So if I can't honestly think of very many instances where I haven't had a customer happy with their product, but if they have a color match and we need to get it exchanged right away, I will offer a half-priced item just kind of for the inconvenience of having to wait for the product to come back. It usually makes a lot of people happy, and I never have issues with them not coming back. The other thing that you want to do is you want to keep the lines of communication open with your clients. So what I will do is once somebody has ordered from me, I will offer my VIP group, and I just let them know this is just a group. It's just a special group for my very important people. In that group, I'm going to be posting tutorials, all makeup tips and tricks, any sales that I'm having, what the new kudos is, things like that. And it makes them feel special, and I've never had anybody tell me no. So I always ask permission. I do not just add people to my groups like that. I feel it's very spammy, and I don't like to do that. So I always ask permission. If I'm hosting a party and one of my hostess's friends is interested in products or purchases products, I will add them as a Facebook friend, and then I will also offer the VIP group to them. The good thing with the VIP group is you are more likely to have repeat sales from the same person if you have a VIP group, because it's easier to follow up with people in there. It's easier to offer products to them. So if you don't have a VIP group, you might want to look into creating one. So the thing with the sales is, and follow up, is you want to start thinking long term, second sales, third sales, things like that. So like I said before, the thing with follow up, it's customer service and it's building relationships. And so once the trust is established with those customers, and it will be by doing these things, you can see what your customers' expectations are. You can start finding out what other products they're interested in, things like that, and you can start offering them products that complement their first purchase. 95% of people are going to purchase the mascara first because that's the most popular product, and you can see results instantly. So after you've built trust with these people, then you can start offering the eyeliner, pigments, brow liners, lip liners, things like that, and start building into converting them over to all of the products that we have in our line. The next thing you can do is ask your customers for referrals. Happy customers never have an issue spreading the word about you and your products. I always ask my clients for selfies or a product testimonial, so I can post them in the VIP group and I can post them on my Facebook business page. When other people see a product testimonial from someone else other than you or one of their friends, they will trust that testimonial more than they will trust it from you because you're a salesperson. And that's how they're going to view you until you build a relationship with that person and build trust. So product testimonials are very important, and so are referrals, because your clients' friends are going to trust their testimonial before yours. So let's see. Drink water. One thing that I do, this is how I follow up. Like I said before, I'm in my back office a lot. So every month I look through order history, and how you do that is going to be under your orders. It'll say search by. You can search by person, like purchaser name. I search by month, and then you can click whichever month, and it'll give you a drop down of all the orders that you had during that month. So what I do is I look back about 2 to 3 months to see what people ordered. And the bonus of our business is that we sell consumable products. So that means they're going to run out and people are going to need more. The thing with that is Unique does not have like a reorder or an auto order option where they can just automatically have these items reshipped to them, which is good and bad. So the good thing about that is some people don't like to do auto shipments, and that turns a lot of people off. The only bad thing about that is if you don't follow up, you can lose a lot of customers. So what I do is I'll look back 2 to 3 months, and I will find out. I'm looking for people who have ordered lashes, who have ordered foundations, who have ordered, sometimes you can do lipsticks, maybe concealers, things like that. Products that skincare line, like the primer, the moisturizer, things like that, because you're going to run out of those products a lot quicker than you're going to run out of an eye pigment or the eyeshadows, like the addiction palettes, possibly even lipsticks, liners, things like that. So I'm going to look back 2 to 3 months, and then I'm going to start following up with those people to see if they're ready for a refill. I'll just email them, send them a quick text and say, how's that mascara doing? Are you ready for a refill yet? 95% of people will say, oh yeah, I'm about out, I need another one, and then I'll set up that sale. Because here's the thing, that since we're selling an online product and somebody has to wait for it to be shipped, if you lapse and let that person run out of product and they go to the local store and buy a mascara or whatever it is that they're going to buy, it's going to be harder now for you to get that sale back than it would have been if you would have just made sure they just got a refill. So you got to really, you want to stay on it, because you can lose a lot of sales that you're not even aware that you're losing if you're not following up with your customers to see if they're ready for refills. So like I said, every 2 to 3 months I'll follow up, or every month I'm checking back 2 to 3 months to see who is ready for a refill, so that I don't lose that customer. So another way that I kind of organize and keep track, and you could probably do this with a spreadsheet, I haven't done it yet because I kind of like the notebook style. I have a notebook. In that notebook, for every page, I have my customer. So I'll have my customer name. I'm going to make sure I have an updated address for that person. phone number. I use a website called postables.com where you can keep addresses in there. And I also check to see what their preference is for being contacted. You don't want to call people on the phone who don't like to talk on the phone. Most people are going to prefer a text or an email, because 95% of people nowadays they don't use their phone to actually talk to people. So you want to make sure you get their contact information. I'm going to put down what products they ordered and the dates that they ordered them, and what their expected date is to run out. 2 to 3 months, like I said. Then I'm going to start listing also on that same page other products that the customer is interested in, so that later I can start using those products that they're interested in as an upselling tool for flash sales, as a hostess gift to get them to host a party or to refer a party to their friends. I always will give out products to people who refer me a sale or refer me a person who wants to sign up. So I think it's easier when you know what they're looking for. It'll be easier to customize a sale to that person. So the other thing that I'm going to put in there is notes. Any items that I've talked to about with that customer, any videos I've sent them for tutorials, and then follow up. When I'm going to follow up, and things that I'm going to cover when I follow up. And follow up doesn't have to be, it's not a time consuming thing. You can send a really quick message to a ton of people just to say, how's that mascara? Are you ready for a refill? How's that foundation? Things like that. It doesn't have to be a time consuming thing, because you can follow up with a lot of people in a short amount of time. So if you have any questions, just leave a comment and I will answer for you. I hope you enjoyed my video. Have a great day, ladies. Thank you.